Hey everyone, it's Marianne, and in this video I'm going to talk about how to legally change your name in BC, Canada, and also how to change your gender marker just generally in Canada because it's the same across the board. So first off, to legally change your name, you first need to be 19 years old. If you're not 19, you need consent from both of your parents before you can change it. You must also have lived or had a permanent home in BC for at least 3 months prior to your date of the application. So if that's all good and dandy, then you will go to the Vital Statistics Office. And if you don't know what that is, that's the same place where you get your driver's license. And there you'll just pick up the package and fill out all the forms. And you can also download it from the internet also, and I'll provide a link there for you below. You will also need your original birth certificate if you were born in Canada. If you weren't born in Canada, but you have been living in BC, you will need a certified copy of your immigration or your citizenship card. There will be some fees involved, but I'll say that at the end. And sometimes you may need to prove where you've been living. So it's a good idea to bring in maybe like an old tax form or something that shows your address that's been there for at least 3 months. Once you have all the forms filled out, you need to make a statutory declaration. In other words, you need to have it notarized. And that will also cost you some money also. Alrighty, so you have your little package of name change. And in that package, there will be a criminal record check. So Aiden just went down to the police station and he got his criminal record check. Again, there was another fee involved with that, but I'll talk about it later. They're basically just making sure that you're not some criminal who's changing their name so you can get out of whatever you did. So yeah, you can criminal record check, and once that's done, you'll send the package back to the statistics office. I think Aiden gave it in there. So he had all the forms filled out. He had the notarized letter thing, but again, I think that was in the package. He had the criminal record check, the package, and all that stuff. Went back down to the Vital Statistics and sent it off that way. I think he sent it in that way. So then once your name has been approved, and yes, the Chief Executive Officer of Vital Statistics, that sounds like a very fancy role, they do have the right to refuse your name change if it'll cause confusion or embarrassment. So basically, in other words, if you choose Princess Consuela Banana Hammock, you may be refused. And by law in BC, you must have a first name and a surname. Okay, so now that all that stuff has been sent off and you've been approved, if you're born in BC, the Vital Statistics will automatically change the name on your birth records once the application has been processed. And if you were born outside of BC, Vital Statistics will send a notice of name change to your province of birth, but this may or may not actually change your birth records. So if you live outside of BC, you should be contacting the province which you were born in and just make sure that your records have been changed. And if you do want a paper copy of your birth certificate, you will have to apply for your new one, just because obviously your old one is no longer valid, and you actually have to send it in with the name change package, and it won't be returned to you. Alrighty, so costs. For the name change fee is $137, and you will pay that when, I believe Aiden paid that when he submitted his paperwork at the Vital Statistics place. And the criminal record check is $25, and Aiden paid that at the police station. So the total cost for the name change and the criminal record check is $162. You also need to pay the notarization fee, but that's going to vary depending on what that person charges. I know Aiden paid $20 for his, so just to give you an idea. Yeah, so now for gender marker, it's the same rule all across Canada. you need to have a sex reassignment surgery of some kind to legally change your gender marker on your birth certificate and your passport. So that'll either just be top surgery or just be bottom surgery. You don't need both, you just need one. There are some things you can change without surgery. For example, your driver's license, at least in BC. You just need a letter from your doctor, basically just stating like, you know, I'm the doctor, this is my patient, and this is what's going on, and, you know, for real life experience and for safety and work and travel and this, you need to change their gender marker. So yeah, get a letter from your doctor, go into vital statistics, again, the same place where you get your driver's license, and they will change it right then and there. I think it usually takes about 2 to 3 weeks for your new license to come. They will charge you for a new license, and if your old license hasn't expired, you actually get charged for having duplicate licenses issued to you. So it's kind of like a double whammy charge. I mean, if you want to wait until your driver's license expires, but I don't even know how good for 5 years. I don't even remember. But yeah, so if you don't want to wait that long, you'll just pay for the new license and then the duplicate license fee. I think it was only $18 to have a duplicate license. So yeah. You can also actually have your passport issued with a correct gender marker without having surgery, but it's only going to be valid for 2 years, and it's going to cost you the same as the full 5-year passport. And from what I've read, you need to make a statement saying that you won't sue the Canadian government if you have any issues abroad. Don't really quote me on that one. I was just, from what I read briefly, Googling it. You know, I don't know. If you do choose this route, I strongly suggest going in person to the passport office and to have every letter that you can think of from your doctor stating, you know, what's going on and why you need to do this. I don't really know a lot about the 2-year passport. I just know Aiden was looking into it when he was thinking of going to Thailand. But if you choose to have this 2-year passport, just make sure of the travel rules, I guess, for entering different countries. I know some countries you need to have your passport valid for this amount of years past your departure date of that country. So if you choose to have that 2-year passport and you're traveling abroad, just make sure you do check out all the travel rules for that country. Yes. So once you've had your sex reassignment surgery, you will need to apply for a new passport because obviously your old one is not going to be valid anymore because the gender marker will be different. Yes. Aiden legally changed his name a year ago, but he hasn't applied to get a new birth certificate or change his passport just because of all the fees that are involved, and kind of why pay twice for the same thing just to have, you know, the one gender marker changed. So he's waiting until after surgery to get his birth certificate and passport changed. That way it's only one fee instead of multiple fees, you know, every 2 years or whatever. Yeah. So I'll post links below for the name change stuff and the application for the Canadian passport. And hopefully this has been helpful to some people. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to message me or comment below. I'd be more than happy to help out. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.